President Trump says he thinks yesterday's attack in Paris will help one of the most conservative candidates in that national election. Trump telling the Associated Press that Marine Le Pen is the strongest candidate on borders. She's campaigned on that, though he also said his comments were not an endorsement of her. Trump also tweeting this earlier today, another terrorist attack in Paris. The people of France will not take much more of this, will have a big effect on presidential election. And tweet, France holds the first round on Sunday. If no candidate gets the majority of the vote, there will be a runoff. Le Pen has arguably drawn the most attention, and like President Donald Trump, she has taken a hard stance on immigration in her country. Rich Edson reports on that live at the State Department. And this election has major implications for the United States. Rich, in what way?
It does, Bill. There is a substantial security relationship between the United States and France, and this could redefine the way that France interacts with the United States, with the European Union, even redefine what Europe is. The State Department points out that France and the United States work together to counter ISIS on the Iran nuclear deal. France is a permanent member of the UN Security Council. It is a member of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It's also nuclear armed. Of the top 4 candidates running in France right now, 2 have openly discussed redefining or talking about the relationship with the European Union, France's relationship with NATO. 2 of the 4 also want a stronger French or European military, so it doesn't have to rely so much on NATO and the U.S. military. And 3 are talking about a closer relationship with Russia and opposing sanctions against Russia. So regardless of what happens, you could have major consequences with the organizations that the United States either leads or has major dealings with around the world, Bill.
It could also have an impact on the U.S. economy. Explain that.
It certainly can. When you look at the U.S. relationship with France, it is the 3rd largest European trading partner. $30 billion worth of U.S. goods go there every year. $45 billion worth of French goods come to the United States. You have 2 of the candidates, the one on the far left, the one on the far right, talking about leaving the European Union. And one analyst says that could have major economic consequences.
Both Jean-Luc Mélenchon and Marine Le Pen advocate a very deep renegotiation of France's ties to the European Union. That could in reality result in France's exit from the Eurozone, its default on its sovereign debt, which would propel a financial crisis on a scale much bigger than the one we saw in 2008.
And while President Trump is talking about Marine Le Pen, President Obama spoke to the center-left candidate there, Emmanuel Macron. A Obama spokesman says it was not an endorsement. The 2 did discuss liberal values within Europe, Bill.
Very interesting. Rich Edson, thanks. From the State Department today. Thank you, Rich.